and we're going to go ahead and get going. Welcome to our team call. It is August 11th, 12th, August 12th. So we're already almost midway through August, which is insane. Hopefully you guys are having an awesome August so far. I'm so excited from the momentum that's happening on both of these teams. Team Race to Serve is here, by the way. Let's give them a little woo. So excited to see Karen and her awesome team. We've had the opportunity to just, connect as teams through different things. So it's just fun to see everybody just walking out this coaching journey in a way that is glorifying God and doing it in their own special way. So I love it. So tonight we're going to be talking about Emerald. I'm going to share my screen, and I decided to call this Decide to Rise because Emerald is a decision. And I know it seems like this mountain when we think of advancing our businesses in different ways, but really when it comes down to it, it is a decision just like everything else that we do in our business. And so we're going to chat about that specifically. So I'm going to motivate you and teach you on what Emerald is and how to get there, okay? First, we're going to do a little bit of recognition just really quickly. We do this every week. So thus far, just from literally last Thursday until now, before our actual full week is up, this is the awesome kind of update to things that are happening so far. Teresa Elliott joined as a coach on, was that Thursday, I think? And already at SC4. She helped 2 people, which is insane way to just spark that momentum and fire. It is definitely contagious, so keep that up. So these are ladies that are pumping up volume and helping people already in the month, adding to the team. It's just a beautiful thing, so let's keep that going. So like I said, it's called Decide to Rise. So the first big sort of milestone or stepping stone in your business is called Emerald. And this is not only just a financial benefit, but it also really is meaningful because if you think about it, having 2 people on your team means that you've connected them with our nutrition tools or our fitness tools, things that are going to benefit them specifically, world-class nutrition, whether they're eating beach bars or drinking Shakeology or Daily Sunshine, whatever it is that they're using, you can be proud of that you've connected 2 people, minimum, right there, 2 people with things that are going to absolutely benefit their health. So it's not a shallow thing. It definitely has some really cool meaning to it. So what Emerald means, hold on, let me see. I think there's somebody that's not muted. If everybody could just mute yourself, that would be awesome. Thank you so much. So what Emerald means is that your business doors are officially open. And a lot of people say, well, I don't know. If you think about it, before you become Emerald, you kind of tell sales, like all you can benefit from. There we go. All right. So before you, what's happening? Sorry guys, give me 1 sec. Emerald, okay. Is my screen being shared? I don't think so. Share. Okay, technical difficulties, and we are back. So before you are Emerald, you are only able to collect commission, basically. So you are only able to benefit from things that are specifically sold, through your website. But after your Emerald, you get to collect what we call Team Cycle Bonus, which is the company paying you in different ways. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. So again, everything that we do in this business is a decision. So from the decision to sign up, the decision to get your workout in, because our fitness is our business, right? So it's our personal journey. We're walking the walk ourselves. So you make the decision whether you're going to work out, whether you're going to drink your shake and use our products, whether you're going to do personal development, whether you're going to invite every day, right? Whether you're going to choose, like I said, to go Emerald. They're all decisions. And so I want you to make a decision right now, tonight, before we even get into this call, that if you really do desire to grow your business, you want it to be fruitful, you want to help people, you want to make an impact, and you want to earn an income, you're going to make the decision to make Emerald happen. You know when you're going to make it happen by? Thursday. Are you sweating? Good. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Because when we sit here and we just say, oh yeah, I'll be Emerald by 2020. No. The further we kind of put it off and not having a date on it, it's not going to make us pursue that, right? What's the worst that happens if you don't hit it? It's not the end of the world, but at least it's going to make you, again, shift your mindset to say, you know what, I can do this. I desire to grow a business. I care about what it is that I'm offering, and I want to get it into 2 people's hands as soon as possible. And this is how we're going to do it. So I'll share just a little bit about what Emerald is specifically. Basically, it is you plus 2. So it's you and you're active, which means you have at least 50 personal volume points that could be bought or sold. So it's you being a product of the product, which we all should be, using at least basically $50 worth of products that could be Energize and Recover. Now we have collagen. I mean, our company is making it so easy to stay active because we have so many things we could be trying. So try something different every month if you're at the beginning of your journey maybe and you're trying new things. I'm still trying new things. And there's some things that I can't try. I can't have beach bars, unfortunately, because I'm allergic to nuts. There's certain things that you might not be able to have in your season of life, or, figure out what works well for you, what works well for your family. Try a month of daily sunshine if you have kids, and just figure out different ways to try different things. We have a coach sampler pack that is about 75 PV. So you might want to take 1 month and say, you know what, I haven't tried Hydrate. I haven't tried different Shakeology flavors. I haven't tried Energize, whatever it is. Get that coach sampler pack because it has a little bit of everything. And you're going to be able to decide, what it is that you're going to want to continue monthly, as well as you're going to know what it is you're offering for your people as well. So get active. If you're not active, that's like immediate, right now. So you are an active coach, and then you have 2 active coaches underneath of you, one on your left, one on your right. You won't go too deep into legs and all that stuff, but the higher you grow, the more there's a little bit more strategy to how to really maximize off of the compensation plan. But at the basics, it's you plus 2, and that makes you an Emerald coach as long as both are active. So why is this important? It's a quick and important first win, right? So like I said, to join and grab 2 people right with you. It doesn't have to be you saying, okay, I'm this coach, I'm this expert, I know everything. No, you're literally grabbing 2 people, whether it's a spouse and a friend, or, a client that joined you that's drinking Shakeology monthly. You're going to grab 2 people before you feel like you know everything that you're doing, and you're going to bring them alongside of you, okay? So you're going to have some confidence in your business that, you know what, I have 2 people. I'm so excited to pour into them and help them see results. Maybe a sense of accomplishment right away. It's also going to unlock the potential of the business. So like I said, once you're an Emerald coach, you no longer are only collecting off of commission. That can get exhausting when that's your only way to earn income. It's a great way to earn income. And guess what? That's how you're going to get people in the door, is bringing on clients, serving them well, loving them well, helping them get results. And those clients are going to make awesome coaches. So that's a natural sort of progression that happens. So commission is a very important part of your business. But as time goes on, it can get really exhausting if you do desire a certain amount of income and it has to all be from commission. You can get burnt out. So you want to have that other stream of income, which comes from Team Psycho Bonus, but this does not get unlocked until you have a team, or the potential for a team, by becoming Emerald. So now you're able to collect those Team Cycle bonuses that are built up through volume. So basically, every time on one leg, it reaches 200 volume points, and 100 on the other, you earn 1 cycle as an Emerald coach. That's $14. Which might not sound like a lot, but if you start to cycle, multiple times a week, which turns into, more frequently than that, you're really going to start to see that income grow. And so it's $14 as an Emerald coach and $18 as a Diamond coach. And again, you'll start to see how that starts to build off of each other and compounds. And that's really ideally where you want the majority of your paycheck to come from, because of what it signifies. It's not just you alone. You're not a one-man team, but you have coaches on your team who are believing and using the products themselves. And then, you're going to see them turn around and helping their friends and family. And then they're going to help their friends and family. So the deeper you go, the deeper the impact, the better. So that's Team Cycle Bonus. It also opens you up to be able to receive leads from Beachbody. So not right away, simply because you're Emerald. But if you hit Emerald and Success Club, then having Success Club 5 is going to give you leads. Beachbody is the only company that does this. They give you free customers. Now, Success Club 5 is not going to give you the commission off of that first order. But if they start a brand new order and start to order things monthly, then you do get to benefit from that as well. So hello, that's amazing. But if you hit Success Club 10, you do benefit off of that very, very first commission. And so I have a little graph later on that's going to show how that can build up and how beneficial that is. And also carryover volume, which is basically a piggy bank. So as a coach, period, you're starting to accumulate volume for anything that's happening underneath of you. So if you're on a leg where you have an active coach that's above you or above them, where they're building, and it all depends kind of where you're placed and things like that. But if you have volume that's building up underneath of you, it's basically money that can't be cashed out until you are an Emerald coach, and then you start to also, build out that other leg. But basically think of it as volume, a piggy bank, money that's being built up. But if you go inactive, that's why being active is so important. If you go inactive, you basically are flushing the money down the toilet. That's how you have to look at it, is all that volume goes away every time you go inactive. And some people have thousands and thousands. Karen has a crazy strong leg. If she were to go inactive today, she would lose all of that money. So it's definitely important that you stay active always, 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 okay? So talking specifically about Team Cycle bonus, I already shared about this, but once you hit Emerald, and stay Emerald, because that's the goal. We're not out here trying to pop a bunch of Emeralds who the next week go un-Emerald. Is that even a thing? You're no longer an Emerald the next week. We want you to hit Emerald because it's for you. It's beneficial for you to be Emerald. And then you're going to turn around and help one of your coaches become Emerald. And then they're going to help their coaches be Emerald. So that's how we build solid. Nothing of what we're trying to get you to do is like get it and hit it so we can celebrate or, hit something and move on. This is solidarity. You're building a solid foundation, and you're doing it so that you can then teach your coaches how to do it. So we want you to hit Emerald, then solid Emerald, and then hit Diamond and solid Diamond. And that's the cool thing about Emerald, is it's a stepping stone. It's that decision onto, even bigger goals to come in the future. So you're going to start earning those team volume bonuses. Your cycles are literally from helping people do what you're doing. Business is a business of duplication and replication. So again, you don't have to know anything, know everything. You are already a step ahead of someone else who did not say yes yet. So you're just going to guide them in what you're doing. So that's maybe saved into that bank. $14, $16 is a Ruby. Ruby is a thing too. Normally people hit Ruby and Diamond at the same time, so that's why Ruby is kind of forgotten about sometimes, but you can absolutely be a Ruby coach, and you're actually earning $16 per cycle, and then $18 as a Diamond. So that definitely starts to build up. You get those free customer leads from Beachbody. Look at me, I have to head of myself already. And then as far as the leads, this is a little breakdown that I came across. Caroline actually sent this to me a couple months ago. So you have to be Emerald. You also have to hit Success Club, but you also have to be on 90 PV on HD. So if you have the first two, and have noticed that maybe you haven't been getting leads, that might be why. Maybe you're not on that 90 PV HD. So this just shows a specific coach who tracked all of the leads that she was getting and the orders that they got starting in January, and how that started to accumulate up until about $357 in those total commissions. So it definitely starts to add up. So will it be the same for every person? Not necessarily, but if you're not one of those things and you're not taking advantage of the opportunity that's there, then you're going to be missing out. So why not, have everything lined up so that you're set and ready to go, and then anything that comes is a bonus. Excuse me. As far as conversations, this business is talking to people. Like, we get to talk to people, and more importantly, listen to people, and we get to know their struggles, their goals, what they've, tried in the past, what hasn't worked. Most people are afraid, and we get to be that listening ear for people if we're doing it the right way, and we get to build relationships with them and build trust with them. It's not just about, us trying to push an agenda on them. Like, we want to pull out from them what it is that they need so that we can then match them up with what's best for them. And so it's being yourself. It's getting to know them. It's getting to know people. So inviting, when people say it's awkward either because you haven't done it enough, so you're skipping that part of your tracker. Hopefully you are not. Inviting is so important, and it's, kind of like the core of what we do, of how our businesses move forward, is by people knowing that they have the chance, they have the opportunity to join us. So we got to practice. You're only going to get better at inviting when you invite. So grab a friend, a teammate, practice in your team page. Why don't you go live in a safe place like your team page and go live, practice together, like I said, with another coach inviting, or grab your mom or, somebody and just go over inviting, share with them, have them ask questions, and just kind of play back and forth until you feel comfortable, and then move on from there. But we don't want to wait until we feel like we have it all together to invite. You're just sharing with them what it is that you have already embraced yourself. And then the second thing is you haven't built a relationship and it feels forced. And we don't like the way that feels. People don't like the way that feels. So making sure that we are about the relationship and building that relationship with people and going and getting them and inviting them in. So there's different kind of levels of coaches, which you all know. There's a discount coach, the hobby coach, and the building coach. What you need to kind of just be mindful of yourself when you're talking to people is people are going to have different goals in the business. Just like everybody on this call, we all probably have different goals in the business, and that's okay. There's not one right way to coach, but this is going to help you as you're talking to people. If you're only thinking, oh gosh, I have to get someone that wants to earn a full-time income, they're going to be pretty hard to come by. But you might get someone, I can point several of them out on this call, who say, I just want the discount. I don't want to have anything to do with the business. And here they are on this call, most likely an Emerald coach who decided, you know what, I want to go all in this because they were in our team page and they saw other coaches getting shouted out and they saw other coaches, everybody like rallying together and celebrating each other and lives being impacted. And they're like, I want that. I can do that. I have people asking me too. Instead of sending them to my upline, why don't I, use this opportunity to bring them alongside of me? So don't discount the discount coach, and things might change. You might have someone says they don't want anything to do with the business and they end up rocking it. And then you might have someone who says they want to build, they have this big intention to earn an income, and it changes and they end up kind of being a discount coach. But it's okay. Every single coach, no matter what their role is, it has a place, especially when it comes to building a team. It's all important. So that might change. You might build a relationship with somebody, and then, especially when you're thinking about family and people that you know already in mind, whether it's a friend and you're like, listen, I don't necessarily know what I'm doing. I'm a new coach, but I see the potential. Like I see what my coach has accomplished and it's pretty cool. Or I see what my teammates have accomplished and it's pretty cool. So I'm excited about where I'm going and the goals that I have. And I want you to do this with me, right? It doesn't have to be, again, you feeling like you have to know it all. Just share the excitement and the passion that you have for this and invite people to join you as well. So the first thing you're going to do is sign up your spouse. And this is so important. Of course, there are exceptions to this, but you want to sign up your spouse ASAP, and it has different benefits to it. One of them is a double benefit. So by simply being an Emerald coach and you have the capacity to collect off of a Team Cycle bonus, by putting an order underneath of him, you are now collecting not only, depending on the volume and the cycle, you're collecting the same commission that you would, your bank account is shared, most likely. So you're collecting that same amount off of the commission, but now you're collecting a Team Cycle bonus depending on that volume as well. So it could take a $50 challenge pack and potentially turn that into a $64, not $50 challenge pack, commission off of a challenge pack. So about $50, and just simply by putting it underneath of your husband and that volume building up to you, it would be more like $64, that $14 Team Cycle bonus on top of the commission. So it's automatically what most people consider double dipping by putting it underneath of them. And you're going to want to talk to your upline and see kind of where to place your spouse when they sign up. There's different strategies for both sides. I wouldn't say there's necessarily a wrong way or like a one way for everybody. It kind of depends on, where you are and all of that. So, reach out to your upline coach and have them maybe give you some suggestions, share your screen about where your volume is, and we can help you as best as we can. But again, things change. I had one leg that was my strong leg. I'm pretty even. One leg was considered my stronger leg, and now it's my weak leg. So things are going to constantly change, which is why for the most part, as you're building to diamond, you're just going to kind of go every other building to diamond. But you want to get your husband at the top of your downline, because all the volume that you're going to be building underneath of him as you add coaches and they add coaches and continue to build and build and build, that volume, again, that piggy bank, or the volume and the potential money is sitting right there. If you wait until you already have tons and tons of coaches, your husband's going to be at the bottom, right? And so he's not going to get to capitalize off of that volume and turn that into extra income. So you definitely want to sign your husband up ASAP, and there's future benefits to that. It might feel more like, I don't know, you might question, like, am I going to see investment right away in this? Maybe not necessarily right away, but there's so many benefits to it, you know, as you continue to build, and you want him to basically hold that spot up at the top for anything that happens in the future. So now you've got your spouse, you only need one more person. One more person. My second person was a client of mine, or a personal trainer, and I was like, listen, you got to try Shakeology. It's incredible. Try it. Trust me. And she did. And I was like, I'm also going to sign you up for the discount because I know you're going to love it. And she was my very first other coach besides my husband, and made me an Emerald coach. And I'm going to have one of our newer Emeralds share after I'm finished about, you know, how she got to Emerald and what she did, because she wasn't necessarily able to sign up her spouse. So she'll tell you a little bit about that. So every case is different. But it doesn't mean that you can't find two people that you know would benefit from something that we have to offer, even if it's support. Don't be afraid to ask your family and your friends for support. Why does that feel so weird to us? If we opened up a boutique on, you know, a cute little street in our town, we would need people, right? We can't have a successful business without people. And so we would say to our mom, like, hey mom, I need you to come to my store. I need you to tell your friends about it. I'm so excited about it, but it's just getting off the ground. So it would be word of mouth, and we would be sharing and asking people to support us. So go to your family and friends. When I talk about like icky, feeling like cold, that's people you don't know. So that makes sense. You got to build a relationship there. But your family, that's your people. They already know you. They already trust you. They want to support you. So going to mom or dad or sister or brother and being like, listen, I need your support. I am trying to hit the first rank, you know, the first milestone in my business. This is what it would mean. I'm so excited about it. And how neat that you would be one of my very first transformation stories. I love putting it like that. You know, would you be my transformation story? Would you trust me for 30 days? Drink this incredible shake that's going to have so many benefits for you. Or do this workout program, or substitute your Monster, you know, Red Bull energy drinks for Energize, whatever that thing is. There's so many things that fit so many people. Say to them, like, I need your support. I need your support. Don't be afraid to ask them for that. So setting the goal. This is where we get very practical and specific. Setting your date, okay? So you are going to write down right now, what is your Emerald date? What is your date? My bold charge to you is to make that on Wednesday. This is kind of like an Emerald in 24 hours call. I'm going to give you 48 hours. So you have 48 hours until Wednesday night to find your two people. Everybody can find two people. So those two people should have already popped in your head. So I want you to text your upline right now and tell them who those two people are that you're going to sign up. But if you feel like maybe you're in a position, some people join and were maybe a part of another network marketing company, and they've already kind of talked to their warm network, and they're trying to figure out how to do that. Or maybe they don't have, you know, the same family situation that a lot of other people do. So then you're going to make that list of 20, because sales, it's 1 in 10. So you might have to talk to 10 people to get that one yes. So you're going to make a list of 20 people, and out of that list, friends, family, church people, play date, moms from play dates, swim team, whatever it is, out of those 10 people each, so you need 2, those 20 people, you're going to find your very first 2 coaches, all right? So make a plan. You're going to decide, what is your Emerald date? You're going to execute it. So you're going to either just right away know those people and reach out to them, or make that list of 20 and then reach out to them. You're going to sign up your spouse. And then you're also going to be recognized on Thursday as an Emerald coach. So who is going for it? Let me see. Who raised their hand? We actually have a brand new Emerald that's unofficial. So we'll officially recognize her on Thursday. But all right, let me hear. Unmute yourselves and chat. I'm reading through this. So there's no strategy specifically new customers under the coaches on each legs. So as in your customers specifically or their customers? Aisha?
Actually, either.
So phrase your question again for me.
Sure. I just wanted to know if there's any particular strategy for where you place customers under your coaches on each leg. Whether I was thinking your own customers, but you just raised a good point about, I would assume their customers would go under them.
Absolutely. Yep. So every coach's customers go underneath of them, and there's no legs for customers. So coaches are what goes underneath of the legs, if that makes sense. So before that, it's literally just, you placing people underneath of just your business center. So they don't go under any leg particularly until they become a coach. And then you kind of switch legs back and forth for signing them as coaches. And that's a great point, is clients, again, like I said, are awesome coaches. So going to your people that are showing up in your challenge groups, they're being encouraging, they are loving on people, they are committed to their personal journey, and saying to them like, hey, listen, you're doing what I do. You're showing up, you're encouraging, you're, so committed to this. Have you ever thought about coaching like me? Or another way I like to put it is not even saying the word coaching to some people, and you'll know kind of how to talk to different people, but I love saying, hey, as soon as they join, awesome, you joined, I know you just want the discount, but what 2 friends do you have that you can get to join underneath of you that would want to do this with you, that want to get healthy with you? So some people get scared off by the term coach. Maybe you just have to say, hey, you're on, let's grab 2 friends. What 2 friends do you think would benefit from this as well? And then you just put them underneath of them. I call it referral cash. So I say each friend that you get $50 referral cash, and we'll put them underneath of you, and you'll get to earn back your investment for the challenge pack that you got. You'll get to earn that back if you bring, a few friends to join you. And so that motivates people to find, and maybe you get on a Zoom call with them and help them write a list. Again, not like, hey, let's get out there and coach, as much as like, all right, let's find some friends. You found this gift. We don't want to keep it in. We want to share it. Let's make a list together of people that you think would benefit from this, and let's reach out to them and go over, some maybe ways to phrase it and say it so they can go help people as well. Any other questions? Karen, you have any input?
No, you nailed it. That was really, really good. And for those of you who are currently Emerald, hitting Emerald over and over and over again is how you build your business, and then helping your team do it. I think when you simplify upper ranks, that's kind of my strategy every month, is I'd like to hit Emerald twice this month, and help a couple people on my team hit it this month. And the more that you kind of have this mentality of, you find that like we have the vital behaviors, but it's called the vital process, this flow of like bring on challengers. Some of them become your coaches, and you just rinse and repeat, and you do it again. And for those of you who maybe want to throw up a little bit about the Wednesday date, that's me, by the way. If you don't know anything about me, I don't like deadlines. I will fight you, kick you. I don't know. I struggle with any kind of urgency. But recently, this is actually a challenge. Well, she's actually also a coach, but she's a new coach, and she said something that really stuck with me. And she talked about how goals and deadlines are to give you direction. It's not just about destination. It's about direction. And I've started to warm up to them of like, no, it is good to have a healthy sense of urgency. You can look at pressure one of 2 ways. Some pressure can be toxic. It can paralyze you. It can overwhelm you. It can consume you. Or pressure can be a healthy sense of urgency to keep you productive, efficient, effective, and on course. So I just want to encourage you with that. If you're kind of listening to this and you're like, oh, she's asking me to put a date in the chat box, I'm over here like, hopefully I can just, X out my video, let me just disappear. But look at it as, let me have a direction. If Wednesday will be a good direction, and it will allow you to be productive in your action steps. You won't be wishy-washy. You know what you need to do to get there. And if it doesn't happen, those are all seeds planted, man. Like, you celebrate those seeds and you keep going. The direction doesn't change. You're still in the right race. And so the bloom will come. So I just hope that that kind of encourages you guys, because I'm very much a productive person and a very like efficient person. But I struggle all the time with deadlines, always. But I'm in that position right now where I need to start creating them for my business. Because if I'm not careful, I do what's called complacency with excellence. So I do things really well, but I'm complacent simultaneously. It's a very weird place to be. And this has been my missing piece, is a healthy version of urgency. So.
I love that. So Erica, really quick, is just going to share a little bit about her Emerald decision and how she went about that.
Nope, I think you guys did an awesome job. I just talk to everyone. I've kind of been given like a second chance, like a lot of people on our team, to coach the right way, basically. And not thinking of what we're sharing as like icky, because there's nothing icky about wanting our friends and family to be healthy. Or not even just our friends and family, strangers, these people that we want to connect with, just to have healthier lives. And so I've just been out there talking to everyone. And even the people that Patrice, I think, mentioned, like, that we don't really know, as far as like cold people. She actually helped me to see the people that view my stories as almost like a warm market people, because these are people that are watching us every single day. And seeing what we're doing. So I've been hopping in my stories every day and just thanking people for being around and being a part of my journey, and then inviting them along. And I liked what Karen also said about the direction and the deadline thing, because actually I had set a goal, what was it, July 4th, or like that weekend or something? I don't know if you remember, Patrice. And I didn't hit it the 4th or the 5th. I think I hit it the 7th, but nothing happened. But I hit it around that date. So I liked the fact that, and I'm not a deadline person either, but it did help to kind of keep me on track. But yeah, I mean, you really just have to get out there and talk to people. I'm also something that I wasn't before, a big video message person, not a text person, because I feel like, one, I get messages all the time that like where they appreciate it because it's more personal, and we don't have that. I feel like a lot on social media. So they appreciate the fact that it's more personal. You took the time to video message them or voice message them. I feel like your heart can come across better that way. But yeah, I'm just out there talking to everyone because I want to have that freedom financially for my family. And actually Miguel in the National Wake Up Call, he's like, a lot of people don't succeed in this business because they don't, it's like your back's not up against a wall, but if it's not and you want to succeed, you need to pretend like your back's up against a wall and just go for it. And just be brave and talk to everyone.
I love that. And what do you have to lose, right? The worst case is
no. People say just.
And Karen, I feel like you said this. Didn't Michelle say this to you, that if you get a no, your business is in the same spot that it was before that no? Your business is not worse off. You know, it's not the end of the world. So we're so afraid that the answer might be no, but even if it is a no, that's okay. It's a seed planted. It could potentially be a not right now, and someone that comes around in the future, and it's all good stuff. So get creative. Whether it's video message, whether it's a video, whether it is voice message, you know, figure out what that like a sweet spot is for inviting for you, where you do get responses back. It's going to depend on maybe your market and all of that good stuff, but don't try one way, and if it doesn't work, you're like, oh, coaching's not for me. Try different things. Don't be afraid to get creative, get outside the box, and try different things. Awesome. All right, well, I think that's it. If there's no more questions, don't forget to text your coach. It doesn't have to be Wednesday, guys. doesn't have to be Wednesday, but text your upline coach what your date is, whatever that date is for you. Beth's gonna be having a baby, so I'm not really sure if that's your date. But you do what's gonna fit best for your season and chat with your coach and figure out what's gonna be the best for you. All right, ladies, let's close out in prayer and we will get you to bed. Lord, thank you so much for tonight. Thank you for all of us being able to come together, Lord. I'm just so thankful that, but even within Team Beachbody, that we are really one big team and that two teams can come together and be on a call. Our mission is the same, Lord. Our hearts are united in the purpose that you have called us for and set us apart for. And so I'm just thankful for that. We talk about freedom all the time, but the freedom that we even have within Beachbody to do some of the things that we're able to do. So I just pray you'll continue to just keep our hearts set on our why and the mission that you've specifically called us to, because if we're laser focused in on that, we're not going to be worried and concerned about, what could potentially happen that might not be what we were hoping for, Lord. We're going to be not emotionally tied to results or outcomes or answers. Lord, we're going to be so focused on you that, pleasing you and being obedient to you, walking in that obedience, Lord, is all that matters. So I just pray that will be our heartbeat tonight and moving forward, Lord. We're going to set our plans, but you're going to order our footsteps anyway. And we want that because your plan's going to be way better than ours. So we surrender everything to you tonight and just pray that you'll continue to guide us. Thank you for each woman that's on this call or that's going to watch this call, and just their desire to show up every day and be your hands and feet inside of the world of Beachbody as well as outside, just shining that light, Lord, so we can point it all back to you. We love you and thank you. Give us peaceful night sleeps. And in Jesus' name, amen. All right, ladies, have a great night. Bye.